ready? Everybody okay?
Okay.
All right, let's get rolling. Thank you. All right, so, good evening, everybody. Thank you for forging your way through the rain and thunderstorms and all that, but we need the rain. So everybody, welcome to the Hyannis Main Street Waterfront Historic District Commission. This is October 5th, 2022, 6:30 p.m. To all persons deemed interested or affected by the Town of Barnstable's Hyannis Main Street Waterfront Historic District Commission ordinance under Chapter 112, Article 3 of the Code of the Town of Barnstable, you are hereby notified that a hearing is being held at Town Hall, 367 Main Street, Hyannis, Mass. Selectmen's Conference Room, second floor, 6:30 p.m., Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. Please note that this meeting will be recorded and broadcast on Channel 18 in accordance with MGL Chapter 30A, subsection 20. Anyone taping this meeting to please make their presence known. I will call to order Commissioner Doherty.
Here.
Commissioner Despotopoulos.
Here.
Commissioner Kay.
Here.
And I, Cheryl Pell, am also here. And if I could ask staff to please introduce themselves.
Karen Herron, Planning and Development Admin Assistant.
And Jim Cupford, Senior Planner, Planning and Development.
Thank you, and I apologize. Last time I forgot to do that one. So we have roll call. It is called to order. We do not have new members or liaisons to put in tonight. Nothing new on the trainings. Awards is still being dealt with. There is no correspondence, correct? Nope. Okay, so we don't need to go through the purpose and proper procedure tonight for anything in particular, unless anyone has any questions. So I'm going to go straight on, if there's no objections, to continued business to GCP Main LLC DBA 201 Main Parking at 201 Main Street, Hyannis, map 327, parcel 150. This is with regard to signage, and it's continued from the September 21st, 2022 meeting for further review. So, would you like to come on up?
Yep.
Introduce yourself. Please sign in.
My name is Owen McCoubry, and I'm with GCP Main LLC.
Okay. Would you like to tell us, we have already, it is continued, so as you told us some, but whatever you want to do, if you want to present the whole thing, just put what the changes are, how you've addressed some of the questions that came up. It's up to you.
Yeah, so just to recap from the last meeting, my company acquired this property in February this year, and we have future plans to redevelop the site, but in the meantime, we're operating it as a parking lot in the northeast corner. So we're looking to improve our signage for the time being. Since the last meeting, I've included a approved site map that shows the locations of each sign, along with an inventory list of the signage proposed.
Would you like to go over this with us, please?
Yep.
And by the way, well done. And thank you.
So on the inventory list, we're proposing 7 signs. Since the last meeting, I've included 2 ADA handicap signs to be located in the front of the lot, in the paved section, right next to the sidewalk. We are proposing 3 pay here signs, where customers will scan the QR code on their phones to pay, to make the reservation. Those are new as well, and those are 12 by 18 inches. We're also looking to replace an existing sign hanging from an existing pole off of School Street, right next to the lot. That is a 24 by 24 inch sign. And then we're looking to add a new parking lot sign at the entrance to welcome people into the lot and show all of the information about the lot, how to pay, and emergency contact information. And that is a 24 by 36 inch sign.
Okay. Is that all you wanted to say?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioners, do you have any questions on the clarification? I do have a couple myself, but I'll always defer to the other commissioners first.
Just a clarification.
Yep.
This corner here, the parking spaces, is it going to be painted or,
So currently, there's wheel stops designating each spot.
because it's a very rough, it's not a paved area. It's
Just the first portion of the lot is paved, and
Yeah.
the remaining is gravel.
And again, I know I brought it up the last time, the shrubbery around the place, is that going to be cleaned up or?
We sent the landscaper there last week, and they trimmed all the hedges and mowed the lawn and trimmed some trees back.
I saw that. Just in the guidelines, I was looking in the guidelines of parking areas in the town, and it says in our guidelines that, and I know this is a sign issue, but you just bought the property, and I just want to bring this up. Parking areas that are adjacent to the street should be extensively landscaped to buffer the parking area from view is required. Can there be more landscaping put in there?
We can look into that. Right now, there is some landscaping around the corner at the intersection of School Street and Main Street, where there are some shrubs separating the parking lot from the road. But we will look into adding an additional buffer at the entrance.
I know this is, it's a vote on the signs here, but I guess and the signs to me are fine, but that's such a rough area. I know you're going to develop it, and I know you bought it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to do with it. And if in the meantime, and it could be a year, 2 years before you do it, it's an extension of the town, how people come in to see our town, as I said the last time. And if I was going to Nantucket or the islands and I was going to park my car, I'd want it parked in a secure-looking area, and this area is pretty rough looking. Here, I really think that, it should be dressed up somehow to make it look a little more attractive. It's on Main Street. It's in the historic district, The signs to me are fine. I would love to see signs that, there was one sign here that I think you were replacing. Where was it? The old sign said park.
Right.
Yep.
Right here. I think that's a great looking sign.
The existing one?
Yeah, but it's more historic. It's
Right.
not just a P, sign where you go anywhere in the country and you see that. It's more historic, says
Right.
park, here we are in Hyannis. But that's not my issue. I think the signs are what they are, but I really think the area should be dressed up a little more.
We'll definitely take that into consideration.
It's on Main Street, it's in the historic district, it's the end of Willow Street where people come in and see it, and right now we're looking at boarded buildings and a parking lot. So maybe we can make that parking lot a little more attractive.
We'll definitely put an effort into that, into this winter and definitely spring and summer season.
That's all I have.
Any other commissioners with questions? I have a couple, and then I'm going to defer to staff, if I may. I agree with the landscaping. I also agree with the safety, although how you make it look safe in some areas is kind of hard to know.
There are
But-
lighting guidelines too that should be followed for parking lots that are also in the book, in the guideline book.
Okay, so what are you doing for lighting or keeping?
So right now, there's one existing spotlight. Like I said, we took this lot over. It was grandfathered in, so that's how we were able to secure this license for the parking lot. But as mentioned, this isn't a long-term parking lot. Under a year at least, this is going to be parking, so it will be turned around eventually.
Okay. So thank you for clarifying that. So that's two of my points. But the other one I had is the signs themselves. And I do like the signs. So I am going to ask, and I had the ordinance and guidelines on my desk, which I left there unfortunately, so I'm going to ask staff, can you clarify, please, that it does not exceed the number of permissible signs in the historic district and some of these are replacing signs as well, so it just clarified that we're not violating any number of, the correct number of signs, what's permissible.
That's correct. This site is replacing several of the signs, and the only freestanding new sign really is the 24 by 36 entry sign, and that falls within the criteria for signage, especially for this use.
So I didn't think there was, so I had that question. It doesn't sound then like it violates any of that. Okay, so I'm going, first of all, I would like to welcome our Town Council Liaison, Christine Clark. Thank you so much for joining us. Your presence is always very much appreciated and valued. So I'm going to open it up to public comment, and I do not believe we have any public comment. I'll leave it open until we have the motions. And can I then ask the commissioners what you feel about it, deliberation?
I'm okay with it, especially where it's not a permanent situation. It's,
Yeah.
until they develop it further, I think it's fine.
Anyone else? Excuse me. No? All right, so in that case, I will close it for public comment, and I will invite one of the commissioners if they would like to make a motion on the findings, please.
Yeah, I'll do it. I move that the commission find this application to be compatible with the preservation and protection of the district.
I'll second that.
All right, Commissioner Despotopoulos,
Aye.
Commissioner Doherty,
Aye.
Commissioner Kay.
Aye.
I also say aye. Would one of the commissioners like to make a motion for the certificate of appropriateness, please?
I'll do that as well. I move to issue a certificate of appropriateness for the application at address 201 Main Street parking. GCP Main Street, Main LLC.
Second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Doherty. So start on this side. I want to start with Commissioner Doherty because it's always the one way or the other, and you get left out being first. Commissioner Doherty.
Aye.
Commissioner Kay.
Aye.
Commissioner Despotopoulos.
Aye.
Thank you.
We had questions on and coming back to us. If you could kind of have a look at that landscaping and safety. Okay? Thank you.
Take off your time.
Thank you.
Dry out there. Okay. So, does our town council liaison have anything she would like to say? No? Thank you. There is not, I believe, any matters not,
I just
Yep.
checking your web page, and it looks like you have some vacancies.
we do. So anyone that's interested in applying, who lives, votes in the town of Barnstable, if you know of anyone,
I'm working on a couple, but haven't got a definite yet.
okay.
I know you have some prescribed positions, so perhaps you might want to explain that for the listening public.
Well, we have up to 7 full members. We have 4 full members now, so we can take up to 3 more. And then we have 3, I believe, alternate positions. At the moment, we have no alternates. And the way that works is if one of the 7 members cannot vote, then one of the alternates would stand in their place. Counting on you, Tom. So, all right, so thank you very much for that input. There was somebody who did apply, actually, it was for another one, never mind, but what I have found is you have to live, I knew that you had to live here, but you have to be registered to vote in Barnstable as well. That's one of the criteria. Okay, approval of the September 21 draft minutes. Has everyone read them, or do you need more time?
I'll move that we approve these.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Aye.
Commissioner Doherty?
Aye.
Commissioner Despotopoulos?
Aye.
Okay, well, that's addressed tonight. Next HHDC meetings will be on October the 19th and November the 2nd. In that case, if no one has anything else, we've already closed public comment. Would a commissioner like to make a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn?
I'll second that.
Commissioner Doherty?
Aye.
Commissioner Despotopoulos?
Aye.
Commissioner Kay?
Aye.
I also say aye. Thank you very